Hello, thank you for joining me in my longer reading. If you are coming over from TikTok, sorry, I'm moving the microphone real quick. It's been falling down. It might not stay. Hopefully it sounds okay. Okay. Apologies for that. Thank you for being here, whether you came from the TikTok or you're just here on your own. If the reading calls to you, please stay and listen. I'm getting a little metaphysical today. I started out with asking what we are manifesting after the 8-8 portal that people say in spirituality. It was just 0033 right when I said that. I've been seeing 222. I started my last TikTok at 222 right before I sat down to do all these readings. So there's a lot of alignment, and that's a big thing here. There's the basic overview is that there's something long overdue for you coming in, right? Justice is here twice, physically and in the manifestation deck, and even though it's upside down, I kind of see that's why it's overdue for you. Like it should have been here already. This is like it's here now, right? But in the energy, what you're trying to create is abundance. There's a 10 and a 4 and 8 of wands here from this deck, from my manifestation deck, and then right next to this 4 of coins was the 4 of cups, so that's an 8. There's another infinite, so there's 10, 8, 8. The moon, keeping some sort of barrier between what's going on here with 4 and 6 makes 10. Okay, so there's a 10 here. There's an 8. It's sort of not connecting this yet, but there's 8 right next to it. Okay, I go to the TikTok for more of a longer explanation there, but basically something you don't see is something that's not here yet. Watch through the illusions, I remember saying in the TikTok, because there was the aliens coming down here from space, and it's like, pay attention to the truth. Okay, the truth is out there, or whatever they say on the X-Files, or whatever show that was on. And then you are either a feminine energy, feminine person, feminine essence, or this is someone around you. Strong high priestess energy here, that once you're able to, I went into a long thing on the TikTok about cultivating your mental energy to be able to align better, because something's not aligned. These moons are not even, they're like sort of disjointed, okay? And this is your path that you're on, and you need everything to be on the straight and narrow. You don't want a disjointed path before you try to manifest. That may be why this hasn't come in yet, because your path is not totally aligned. And you might think, I want it to be aligned. Well, that doesn't mean it's going to happen. You have to kind of like allow for it to happen. And I'm terrible giving I'm terrible at giving advice that I should be listening to. Okay, I'm just going to say that much. And now this is either you, these two were kind of like in a weird position. Again, this is a 5 of cups, which is right here. Okay, this is a 5 of cups here. So it's a confirmation that there's some kind of a situation that was time for you to let go, whether it was just something you were sort of fantasizing about, or someone here that had another reason for not coming towards you, or whatever it was. You've got demons you've got to let loose or set loose. Maybe this person is the demon. Go into the TikTok, like I said, for that beginning part. And I forgot to say at the beginning, sorry if my voice is a little gravelly or cracky or light, even though I have the external mic on the phone today instead of just using the phone microphone. I was crying. I felt grief all day. I could not stop from crying. The tears were falling like this. And I don't get a sense of impatience, but it's frustration more so, okay? Son of Cups underneath there is like someone may be waiting for you, and it's making you sad because you know someone's out there that would love you or would take care of you or would come in for you, but it's making you sad because either you were spending time in this other situation back here, or they're in another situation where they can't get out, whatever it is. Stay strong though, okay? The energy here is strength. I saw this Father of Pentacles earlier when I was doing like a little personal reading where if there's a masculine here, they're sad that they can't quite give you what you need yet. They're sad that they're actually holding back or stuck in that other situation, but judgment, karma is coming. This little 6 of Wands wants to poke out here. It's one of my favorite cards. It's like the rainbow after the storm. There is brighter days ahead. The rainbow is underneath all of this, the love and the energy that's there. Okay, so then here we had, with this justice, there was something going on that now you're freed up, or this masculine's freed up to come in. So if you're a masculine and you have a feminine energy, you're freed up to do what you want now. If you're the feminine waiting for this masculine, and you're ready to cut them off. They're freed up now, sort of, to come in and do an offering or figure out what they want to do. I'm not saying that that's necessarily this person is going to do that or this opportunity is going to present itself. That's sort of, the energy is aligning, okay? That's interesting that there's a Fool, Ace of Cups in the Tower, and this physical deck. So like someone does want to move forward with something that they love here, okay? But there's something that's about to happen that's, it's a breakdown in communication, or it's a breakdown in alignment, or it's a breakdown, a mental one. I can't really tell you. I have to ask questions. What is this breakdown here? What went on the floor? Something went on the floor. Okay. Nine of Wands, which is a little bit of hesitance on moving forward with something that's very powerful, that feels very powerful, or using your own energy properly. There's a hesitance to really wield the power that you've been given. 555, right when I said that. And like your heart beats for the idea of love. Whoever you are, masculines over here, or you two feminines, your heart beats for love, but you're very afraid of heartbreak or what's happened before in that type of situation. So, and I did say something about not having a 10 of Cups out here on the table, but we did. And then there's some that whatever that Tower moment was, or whatever this secret is, or whatever this disconnect is here, the disconnect might just be mental. It might just be like you have this little heart here that's so sweet and kind and wants to, you march to the beat of your own drum or whatever, you write songs for people, and it's been cut through, it's been stabbed. I see like cracks in the drum kit here, in the drum skin or whatever they call this thing, and it's been pierced in the past, and you want to get back to that place where you feel love the way that you did before, or the way that you imagine that it will feel again, or the way you would like it to feel. What's the energy surrounding this up here? Okay, there's a strong connection here between this and this. Okay, there's some kind of divine connection. So there is one masculine figure. There's a definite more masculine energy here, okay? And then a feminine, decidedly feminine energy. Now that can be things, people, places, ideas, thought catalogs. Things can be feminine, okay? Like in energy or in nature. Like, you know, gardening versus playing football. You label which one in your head you think is the feminine one. I'm going to leave that up to you, but okay? You know? So we have someone here or something here, feminine energy that's guarded, that has something to release, that has some kind of toxic attachment. A masculine also that is afraid, hesitant about moving forward because they feel something very powerful here, and they just want love, and they know there's divine energy. And I got High Priestess at the bottom of this deck, so it's here twice to say that, like, yeah, your connection is strong mentally in your heads. You can speak to each other in your heads. You're guarded, Mother of Wands, Daughter of Pentacles. That's the Deer energy again coming up for that other person. I think you are more the Mother of Wands energy, High Priestess. Okay. Energetically, what do you need to align with here? Okay. Five of Wands and Son of Wands. All right, so you need to be like water, I just heard. Okay, don't be, you know, snakes are like water. Snakes are very, like, you know, fluid, right? So be like water, because you risk breaking yourself mentally if you're too rigid and too, you know, holding on to this wand too tightly, and it's really only a stick. Okay, this is a stick in this deck. There are giant clothespins in this deck that are the size of, you know, buildings, because this is in Philadelphia. This is the Philly Tarot deck. This statues of like clothespins for some reason, and game pieces down at City Hall like type area. Those are giant cement things. They're not breaking as easy, even though, and it's like scary how easily they won't break. But here in your energy, there's a need to not wrap yourself so tightly around this idea, because then it could just, one day a snake especially could just go and break it into a million pieces. Okay, you could easily break this into a million pieces. It's very delicate. That's what your energy needs to be like. Be like water. Okay, what else? Okay, 10 of Cups twice is crazy. On top of this, all right, so what you really love here, and it makes sense because the 9 and the 8 of Wands, what you really love is manifesting stability and money for yourself. Okay, the masculine, I think. If it's you, feminines, if that feels like you too, that's okay. That you might be mirroring each other. Okay, but someone here, in order to manifest this, right? What are we manifesting after the new one? I said you need to be open to the love that is out there. I've been trying to do affirmations, 1010, right when I said that. I've been trying to do affirmations saying, I am open to receive, I feel open and safe to receive the love I deserve, things like that. So maybe something like that, a positive affirmation for yourself about love. Because when you then love, I think you open yourself up to portals of other kinds, such as energy, magic, money, by just being like, okay, I love life and I love myself and I'm, you know, I feel bad for having a depressive day, but I sometimes, because I pick up on other people's energies, I can't always blame myself, and I shouldn't do that anyway, but it's okay to have a bad day, or 2 or 3 or whatever you need to take. If it gets to be too many, you know, make sure you're seeking some kind of alternate outlet. Like I do this, I tried to meditate today for a while to just clear my head, and my eyes are kind of like tearing up. I'm not sad feeling, but my eyes are just sort of tearing up. So if anyone out there, you know, you're struggling, my emails are always open. It's in my bio. What do you not see here? What is hidden about what you need to do? What is hidden about what you need to do? Okay, interesting. So this is usually a shadowy, it's the 5 of Wands twice, which is a crazy confirmation again. It's like shadow work I'm hearing. And butterflies are a talisman for me. I saw some moths out in the yard that were trying to get in my house, and I don't know why. Oh, I didn't realize my camera wasn't focused on all the cards there. You can hardly see them, but I didn't realize that these moths were trying to get in the house earlier. I kind of went, get out. But maybe they were trying to show me something. I also have been seeing bats in my backyard swirling overhead when I go out and take the dog out at night, like in the middle of the night. My sister has like a little English bulldog. He's not that little. He's like 50 pounds, so he's kind of muscular, and I don't know, like the bat's trying to get him, but it kind of gives me this like Halloween energy of this card, and just generally like being, you know, connected with nature and spirit and stuff like that. I don't like that this 3 of Wands is at the bottom of the deck again. There's really some shadow work you need to do here about what hurt you in the past, and let that go, because Strength is in reverse, which is, oh no wait, I was holding my cards upside down. Wait a minute, hold on, that's actually a good thing, because that's upside down now. So what you need to see within, there's an image of this like battling this Leviathan or whatever down here. It's kind of giving that Queen of Swords that was sitting out here a little bit ago from this deck, battling those inner demons. You do have the strength and the power to be able to do that. This red here is like significant, that's maybe just mental thoughts, overthinking about love, and that's okay, that happens. Because there's your Knight of Cups, I mean your King of Cups right there, and Page of Cups to confirm, and then a Page of Swords, and then a Knight of Swords, and then an Ace of Wands. Okay, so you might have 4 different people around you that are trying to get in your energy in different ways. They all have a little bit of something going on. Or this might be you inside, especially if you're the masculine and you're watching this, and there's a masculine around you that needs to like free themselves from their mental prison and really like start over if you have to when you're thinking about love, and stop thinking about who's watching or who's looking at you, or who's going to see you reaching out and creating love with this person, or creating something with this person, or opening up your heart or your energy to them. You know, this is the same energy as that Queen of Swords. There's a demon here in your mind that you need to just sort of cut it off. Either cut off the situation or cut off the demon. You can't like have both. You can't do both. And then you need to step up from Page to Knight and sort of be ready to move. Be ready to take action, especially if you're a masculine energy, essence, or person. I think that the definition of that is masculine energies will go, you know, go to war, so to speak, to fight for something that they love, or take the chance, or take charge, or because even if someone's totally assigned feminine at birth and identifies as female and says she, her pronouns and whatever, you could still have masculine energy and feel like, you know, you do something in masculine, like be in the army or whatever and go to war and stuff like that. It's not, you know, but it's a transition here that's happening. You need to like, unless it's literally either 2 to 4 different people around you, okay, or, you know, if you're this feminine energy here. I'm going to ask, what does the feminine need to see within inside of themselves? What's else does feminines need to see? What's hidden from the feminines? Oh, it fell off the table. It's not quite here yet. You don't see it yet. Yet another person that maybe is going to come in, and I did talk about someone with money or good with money the other day coming in for you. So you could have 4 people that are trying. There's still a 5th one that's actually the one you kind of might want. So there's also Wheel of Fortune here, which is giving, like, give something new a chance or give peace a chance, I just heard for some reason. Your beauty mesmerizes me. That was from my other handmade deck. All right, so in your, the star at the bottom of the deck here. In your physical life, masculines that are this original masculine back here, who may be fighting with 1, 2, 3, 4 other people, by the way. 2 to 3 to 4, whatever other people. This could be you, right? What do you need to do in your physical life right now? Pay attention. Make yourself happy first. Okay, pay attention to what makes you happy. Focus on the good. Focus on your prosperity. Focus on your ambition. Make sure you're waking up every day. Go out in the sun. Literally let the sun's rays hit you, because you might be in a dark room somewhere and you might not get that sun like you should, and that vitamin D or whatever. Especially if you're a feminine that has masculine energy. Get out in the sun. It's summertime, okay? Here in where I am. What else? Oh, King of Pentacles twice. Okay, so once you do that, once you warm your soul, I just heard, you were going to transform, okay, from this scared, if this is you, kind of scared, timid, afraid of getting hurt, you're going to actually transform and become prosperous and abundant and all these things that we said at the beginning. You're going to be able to control and retain, obtain whatever your money, your skills, and your energy is going to level up beyond belief. You're going to suddenly see portals open and things happen that you've never seen before. And you're going to possibly bring in the love that you want, okay? Or what about feminines in this part of this dynamic here? Feminines in their physical. The Fool again. Yeah, so there's someone out there, there's the sunshine, especially go outdoors. Yellow is my color of abundance, but it also means go outdoors. Someone out there is ready for you to come forward. They're not going to do it for you, okay? They want you to do it. Like I said at the beginning, it's very traditional of me to say that, but I think the masculine energies, essences, and people, like if you're a feminine and you are masculine energy, then you want to pursue a male person, go, by all means do it. But if you're so whoever the masculine energy is here, don't stop holding yourself back from doing it from this reason or whatever reason. What else? Yeah, because there you are with your queen when you finally do, you know, or your dream job or your dream career. Once you finally do give in, stop, let go of the fear that's holding you back from this life that you want, this dream life that you want, there you will be, okay? There you will be. There you will be on top. Now, could be, again, 2 different people here, right? Could be you transitioning through phases of your life, but there is an energy of becoming what you want and famous or whatever, superstar NFL player, whatever it is. All right, now what is your energy towards the feminine here? You love them. Why are you holding back? What else? Because you're afraid that that they're not going to love you back, that they're going to hold back, or that they're going to be cold or something, or guarded. They might be. What else? What else is going on here? Yeah, you're afraid they might cut you off if you try to come in. Let's get some messages from the cauldron. How about some messages here for my masculines about this person, this other person, feminine? Messages from about the feminine. Right on top of that 2 of Cups there. Always very romantic. Always, like I'm always. What was the song I heard? There's a song that I channeled earlier. It was Pink by Aerosmith during the TikTok. I literally heard that, but in the bathroom, I was doing something, brushing my teeth, and I heard it's a song by Ty Myers. It's called Stay. The chorus is like, So pack up your things and baby move on. That's what you need to know, is that if you're a masculine and you're in some kind of situation with a karmic feminine that you're not really happy with, or a job that you're not really happy with, or a place, the living that you're not really happy with, and you dream of something better, dream of a better life for yourself, move on. Because you'll, especially if it's with a feminine that you really care for, they'll always be your backer, right? What else here? Messages for this masculine, King of Cups. That's my cauldron of messages, by the way. I kind of just put my hand in there and swirl it around. Sometimes things don't come out. It's not me doing it. You feel like home, or this person, like I said, something about the home that you're living in is fantasy. Maybe their fantasy, or your fantasy can come true. What else? Any more messages here for this masculine? Messages for any feminines that happen to be watching. My hips. Brother and sister. Interesting. Maybe you have like a dynamic with someone where you feel like it's brother and sister, or they're telling people, no, she's like a sister to me, whatever it is. Or maybe it's literally like your actual brother and sister, and you can still love someone. It's not like to say it has to be romantic love. Maybe you just had a dispute and you need to, clean it up, and then you can be a happy family again, right? What else? I fell on the floor. My nose is itchy all of a sudden. Is this it? Like, is this the real thing? I get it. We're always afraid. Is this the real thing? Is this gonna make me happy? Is this gonna be the job I want? Is this person gonna stay with me always? Well, those are all hard questions to ask and answer. And things can change. I always say I try not to do tarot readings every day because they can change in an instant. And, your fate can change overnight. With what happens as we move through this physical world with these physical bodies. And let's see if there's any more messages here that need to come out. Any more messages here? Sometimes when I do these messages for myself, it's scarily accurate. Chorus. Maybe somebody likes singing. What did I just say? The chorus of that song, that Ty Myers song. I would go read the lyrics to that. Or go sing it at karaoke or something if that's your song. Right? Saddened. Yeah, I said something about the grief. Someone's sad here. Decide. Word decide. Has to decide. New York, or the letters NY. My brother and sister was already out there. Yeah, interesting. Maybe someone's trying to decide, should I move to New York or something like that. Right? That's always the dream when someone wants to be famous. It's like New York or LA, What else here? Any final closing messages that need to come out for our viewers, for our collective? Okay. Like I said, sometimes stuff just does not come out. What's your energy moving through the next 8 to 10 days here as we move through this? Okay. You might feel a little disconnected still, right? And what should you do about that in your physical if you do? Face your fears. Ooh, I just got like the chills kind of. Make sure you're checking in if you have any issues with substances or fears or addictive traits or obsession. Check in with yourself. Check in with your therapist. Check in with me. What do you need to see here? Wow, because at the core of it, you really do have a divine reason for being in this world. You have a divine counterpart out there somewhere that's meant to love you, okay? Whether you consider yourself a twin flame, quote unquote, or not, you have someone out there that is your match and is not, they're not fully disconnected from the idea of the physical world yet. They're still stuck. They're a little bit in their head overthinking, not feeling like they have enough pentacles yet. Okay, so if you're the feminine, I'm talking to you, but this person doesn't feel like they have enough pentacles. Or if you're the feminine and you're masculine, then you feel like you don't have enough. Something about blonde hair twice here. Blonde hair, especially curly hair, and then like longer hair for the feminine energy. This butterfly again. I just feel like I could just read for hours sometimes, but it really is physically taxing. Just remember, you do have a soulmate, or whatever wording you want to use out there, and they don't always have to be romantic. Okay, they can be just souls in your circle. And I hope that you find this message and it helps you in some way. Thank you.